Romans 8:35. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or danger or sword? So here's the question that the previous four questions in verses 31 through 34 are really about. Christ's love. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Go back and read through the first 34 verses of this chapter and list all the things that God the Father, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit have done for us, are doing for us, and will do for us. Verses 1 through 34 don't mention the word love, but that's what they're about. They are about God's love for us. That's why in the climax of this chapter, verse 35 poses this question: who shall separate us from the love of Christ? So first we can think of being separated from his love as him stopping his love for us, him ceasing or failing to love us. So we can ask this: who is conniving enough, deceitful enough, wise enough, has enough foresight to do something that would cause Jesus to stop loving us? We can ask this question a different way regarding strength. Who is able, who is strong enough, powerful enough to take us out of the reach of Christ's love for us? Is there anyone? You look at the end of this verse and it's a continuation of this question. It's the second question. It switches a little bit, but it's the same question. So the first question in this verse is about who shall separate us. The second question in this verse gives us is about what can separate us, and it gives us a sampling of things that we might think can separate us from the love of Christ. Tribulation or distress, so trouble, severe trouble in this world. Persecution, skip down to the end of this verse. Danger or sword. So even trouble in this world as a result of belonging to Christ from other people. Famine or nakedness, just being able to survive the elements of this world, having what we need in the case that we don't. Does that separate us from Christ's love? All of these things can make us feel helpless. They can even make us doubt and question the love of Christ. They might even make our love for Christ wane. But our love is not what verse 35 is about. Verse 35 is about the love of Christ for us. So, who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or danger or sword?